What if I told you you could make a high-protein bowl at home that is fresher, cleaner, more colorful, and honestly better than Chipotle any day? Today we're making this loaded pork carnitas bowl with crunchy cabbage slaw, sweet mango, creamy avocado, red pepper, lime, jalapeno, garlic, and smoked pork right on top. This is one of those meals that looks like it came from a restaurant, but it comes together fast. It's packed with protein, and every bite has that perfect mix of sweet, spicy, smoky, creamy, and crunchy. Let's start with the base because this is where the whole bowl comes alive. I'm taking some fresh white cabbage and finally shredding it down. You want it nice and thin because this is going to act almost like a crunchy slaw base instead of using rice. It keeps the bowl lighter, it adds volume, gives you that fresh bite, and still holds up really well under all those toppings. Now I'm going in with some grated carrot. The carrot adds a little sweetness, a little color, and balances out the crunch from the cabbage. Next, I'm grating in fresh garlic. Don't skip the fresh garlic here. This is what gives the slaw that bold flavor right away. It mixes into the lime juice and avocado oil and turns this simple cabbage base into something that tastes like it belongs in a restaurant bowl. Now I'm finally dicing one jalapeno. You can remove the seeds if you want it mild or leave some in if you want it with heat. I want this bowl to have a little kick but not overpower everything else. Next, I'm grating in some fresh lime zest. This is a small step, but it makes a huge difference. The zest gives you that bright citrus flavor before you even add the juice. Now squeeze in some juice from one fresh lime. This is going to wake everything up. The cabbage, the carrot, garlic, and jalapeno all start to soften just slightly, but they still keep their crunch. Now add just a little avocado oil. We're not drowning it, just enough to coat everything and bring it together. Season with salt and black pepper, then mix everything together really well. And look at that base already, fresh, crunchy, colorful, and full of flavor. This is why I love using cabbage in bowls like this. It gives the crunch in bulk without feeling heavy. Every bite still feels fresh. Now let's start building the top of the bowl. I'm dicing up a sweet red pepper. This adds more crunch, more sweetness, and that beautiful pop of color. Once it's diced, that goes right over top of the slaw mix. Next up is that fresh mango, and this is where the bowl really changes. Dice the mango into small pieces and add that right on top. The mango brings this natural sweetness that works perfectly with smoky pork and spicy sriracha. It gives the whole bowl that fresh tropical flavor. Now we need something creamy, so I'm dicing up a ripe avocado. The avocado gives the bowl that rich, buttery texture. When it mixes with the lime, the pork, and the sriracha, it almost creates its own sauce. Add that avocado right on top. Now it's time for the protein. For this bowl, I'm using smoked pork carnitas that I picked up pre-made from Sam's Club. This is one of those shortcuts that makes eating high-protein meals way easier. You don't always have to cook everything from scratch to eat well. Sometimes the key is taking a good protein that's already done and building a fresh, colorful, balanced bowl around it. So I'm taking that smoked pork carnitas and piling it right on over the top. And this is where it starts looking serious. You've got that crunchy lime cabbage slaw on the bottom, sweet red pepper, fresh mango, creamy avocado, and now all that smoky pork sitting right on top. To finish it off, I'm adding a little drizzle of sriracha sauce. Not too much, just enough to bring some heat and tie everything together. And there you have it, a high-protein pork carnitas bowl that is fresh, colorful, smoky, sweet, spicy, creamy, and crunchy all at the same time. This is better than Chipotle any day because you control everything. You control the freshness, the toppings, the portion, the protein, and the flavor. And the best part is, this doesn't feel like diet food. This feels like something you actually want to eat. Let's get a bite. You get the crunch from the cabbage, that brightness from the lime, the sweetness from the mango, the creaminess from the avocado, and then that smoky pork with the sriracha heat at the end. That is a perfect bite. This is a kind of bowl you can meal prep, make for lunch, throw together for dinner, or build when you want something high protein but still fresh.